Hi, hello, my name is Jade and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be on my husband's PRK surgery. I did vlog the beginning part of the process, but after the surgery I did not vlog. He was just too uncomfortable and too light sensitive for it, so we decided better not, and we could just talk about it later. So I have notes, so if I look down it's because of that, and I will show the clips that I have. All right, let's get started. So my husband's surgery was on a Friday, but he had 2 appointments 2 days before. So he had an appointment on Thursday and on Wednesday. And where he was getting his surgery was 3 hours away from where we live. So we left on Tuesday so that we could be there the night before his first early morning appointment on Wednesday. So we drove there. It was about 3 hours. I have a few clips of that. It was a very pretty drive, especially for California. It was very green. And so we checked into where we were staying. We were staying at the Fisher House, which the Fisher House is for military members, active and veterans, and their family to stay at while they're getting things done at the hospital. So that's really nice that they have something like that for everyone in the military. And so we checked in Tuesday, and after that we went and just went around and saw what we could see. That was the biggest base I've ever been on, and it was super nice compared to the little tiny Navy base we live on. So the next morning on Wednesday, he had his pre-op, so they went and checked his eyes and everything again. Now, before all his appointments and stuff, we were told that he was getting LASIK. So we were under the impression that he was getting LASIK. We did all of our research on LASIK, and then Wednesday, when he got his pre-op appointment, they said his cornea was too thin. So they were gonna have the doctor look at it and look at his test results and figure out if he could still get LASIK or if he wasn't a candidate for laser surgery at all, or if he was gonna get PRK. So Wednesday day, after his appointment, we were kind of concerned and worried that he wasn't going to get surgery because he was really excited. He didn't want to wear glasses anymore. So to keep ourselves distracted while we were waiting on that phone call, we decided to go explore base a little bit more, and we found an airplane museum, and we got there at closing time, so we weren't able to go inside, but they did say that we could walk around and look at all the planes and stuff, which I thought that was really cool. My husband works on jets, and these are huge planes compared to the jets that he works on, so it was pretty cool, and I'll show a few clips of that here. And after that, we went and ate, and then we went back to the Fisher House and waited for the phone call. We got the phone call, and the surgeon told him that he could get PRK on Friday instead of LASIK. And it turns out the person that was supposed to do the LASIK surgery wasn't there anyways. So I kind of have a feeling that this is just them saying, we knew you were gonna get PRK and you thought LASIK, so here it is. But that's good. We were very excited for that. And then Thursday was the mass consent appointment. So everyone that was getting surgery on Friday went and did the consent process. I guess they watched a bunch of videos, and the doctors explained on what was going to happen Friday during their surgery, and that was all well and out, I guess. So after that appointment, that was a pretty long appointment. Both his appointments before the surgery were pretty long. They told him that it would take maybe 15 seconds per eye, and it just really depended on how bad his vision was. So after that appointment, he came home and he got well rested, and he found out that his appointment was one of the first appointments in the morning. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you scared?
No.
No, why not? You're not nervous at all?
No.
I mean, you could lose all your vision and you're not worried? You're not worried of a laser being in your eyeball?
No.
Nothing?
I don't want to be too high.
You only care about the drugs, don't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't understand how you're not nervous at all. You're just excited. Do you think the nerves will hit tomorrow? Right before you're getting it done, or?
Well, maybe as I'm laying there, it might.
Do you get nervous, ever?
Yeah.
Why isn't this making you nervous?
Oh, I'm more excited for this.
You are excited to not wear these because, like, in 24 hours, you're gonna just be laying in bed without glasses.
Yeah. I'm gonna be hating my life for a few days.
Do you think it's gonna be painful? Because some people say it's not very painful.
Oh, I feel like it might be painful.
You think it's gonna just feel weird because you're gonna have a contact in your eye, like a plastic one?
Oh yeah, I used to wear contacts, so I don't think that's gonna bother me.
Well, I'm glad you're not nervous. I feel like you should be, though.
Yeah.
I think it's weird that you're not.
I don't know. I don't know.
You're just excited.
Yeah. I don't have to wear glasses anymore.
Well, I guess we'll see how you're feeling in the morning or right after the surgery. The next morning. So we went to bed and I don't think either one of us slept very well that night. We were so excited and nervous. And so Friday morning comes along and he's like the second person to get the surgery. So he goes over there. I had to stay at the Fisher house and wait for him to contact me and tell me that he's ready to go home because I couldn't be over there. So that was a long wait. Like, the surgery was like only a few seconds, but he was gone for an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. So just waiting, knowing that like he couldn't really see his phone and text me, but like, thank goodness for Siri, right? And yeah, so I was really anxious. He wasn't, and I actually do have a few clips of him talking about how he's not anxious, he's just really excited. So after surgery, he was really he was in a good mood. It was probably because of the anti-anxiety medication and the painkillers that he was on. So he came back to the Fisher house and he was just really excited. He said that his eyes didn't really hurt, but he was really blurry, and yeah, he wasn't complaining, but they did tell him that he needed to spend as much time with his eyes closed. So he came home and napped, and after he woke up from his nap, that's when his eyes really started bugging him. He said that they were really dry, so like we had to put a bunch of eye drops in, but we were doing a bunch of eye drops anyways. And so after he woke up from his nap, he was super light sensitive, and we couldn't even turn the lights on in the room without him having to wear sunglasses. So that is a big reason we didn't film, because we couldn't keep the lights on. And the first day he couldn't go outside. Like, after his surgery, we walked back to the Fisher house. He wanted to go outside, he tried, and the second he walked out there, even with 2 pairs of sunglasses on, he was like, nah, it's a no-go. So we walked back up to our room and he just slept the rest of the night. Well, the rest of the day, until it got dark out, and then we went for a walk because he was going stir crazy. I have a video of him messing around while being all goofy on his painkillers, and I can show that there, right here. So the next day, day 2, Saturday after surgery. I guess it was day 1, but we said day 2 because Friday was the first day, day 2. Saturday was good. His vision was still pretty blurry. That's expected with PRK, though. It doesn't, like, it takes a few months before your vision completely becomes clear. So day 2 was okay. He wasn't hurting. His eyes were a little dry, but nothing to be worried about. He still couldn't be in the light. Like, he couldn't go outside without 2 pairs of sunglasses on. He couldn't be in rooms with light without a pair of sunglasses on, so that was fun. We spent a lot of time in the dark. We are still spending a lot of time in the dark. Day 3, I think it was, Sunday. Sunday was the last day for his painkiller eye drops. So he was still getting painkiller in his eye drops on day 3, which was good. He wasn't in any pain. His eyes were a little dry, but that's why we had all the drops. That day was good. He was still not too great in being outside without 2 pairs of sunglasses and inside with 1 pair of sunglasses. Day 4 is where the issue started coming. Day 4, his eyes hurt really bad, and we think now that it was because of he had to stop the painkiller medicine in his eyes. and he said that it felt like there was something in his eye and he wanted it to get out, and he kept asking me to look, but I couldn't see anything in the dark, but I also couldn't turn the light on and have him open his eye because he couldn't keep it open. And every time I tried to hold his eye open, he said it felt like he just couldn't, it was too bright. So that was when everything got rough, was day 4. And he was very, very, very uncomfortable that day, and he said he couldn't keep his eyes open at all. Like, he couldn't keep them open. And I was concerned that there was something underneath his contact. So day 5, on Tuesday, I had him call the doctor that did his surgery for him, and they told him to come on in to make sure that the contact was still good and there was nothing underneath of it and the contact didn't fall out. So he went over there and they said that everything was fine. They were just healing, and it's probably because he wasn't on the painkiller anymore. And then they numbed his eyes, and then after that he said that his eyes didn't hurt anymore, but he couldn't keep them open very long. And if he lay down, he couldn't keep them open at all. Like, the second he laid down, they closed, and he sat up and they opened. And I was like, you're like one of those little dolls I had as a kid, you know, you lay him down, the eyes close, you sit him up and they open. After that, after day 5, he was not in any more pain anymore. Day 6 was Wednesday. We were able to go outside he didn't always have to have 2 pairs of sunglasses on, but it felt better for him to have 2 pairs of sunglasses on. He's still wearing sunglasses indoors. Day 7 was Thursday, and Thursday was his post-op appointment where they were going to take the contact out. That day he had an appointment in the morning, and they, like I said, they took his contact out, they checked his vision. He said that everything is healing good, and he was cleared to drive on Friday the next day because we had to go home. Day 7, Friday, we drove home and he was able to drive. He said it was a little blurry, but of course that's like expected. He had to drive with sunglasses, of course. He said it was very, very bright still, but we made it home. He tried to play video games because the Fisher house, he wasn't able to play video games. And when we got home, he went and tried to play video games on the 65-inch downstairs. And he still had to put a chair like right in front of the TV, as close as you possibly could be. And I thought it was funny. But after that, like, I think that was Friday. He sat that close Saturday. But I think Sunday and Monday, he was able to sit on the couch and play video games. It was also funny because he was so excited to get home and cook, but he was chopping vegetables in the kitchen with his sunglasses on, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you're gonna like cut your thumb or something. He said that his vision is becoming clearer and clearer every day. It's still blurry and it's not perfect yet, but it won't be perfect for a while now, which is good. He doesn't have to wear sunglasses all the time now, and today is Wednesday of the next week, I think it is. So we have been home 6 days. Today is day 6 of being home, and that's 14 days after his surgery, and he doesn't have to wear sunglasses in our house, but we also keep the lights off as much as possible, and we don't open the curtains in the house. And I'm living in the dark, and it's crazy because I enjoy having my curtains open, but it's okay, I understand. And we'll keep them closed while he's home, and when he's gone, I open them up. He does wear his sunglasses when he's at work because those lights are a lot brighter than they are at home. But other than that, everything is going well. The vision is clearing up. He can drive, he can do everything. I think his next appointment with the ophthalmologist, I think it is either 1 month after his surgery or 3 months after his surgery. I can't remember. But if you guys have any questions or just want to see the updates every time he has a doctor's appointment, we can make a video talking to him about that. But that is his experience, and I hope that was informational, and I hope that you enjoyed my videos. Bye!